The 1% Rule. Why 99% stay broke.
Have you ever looked at the wealthiest people in the world and wondered, what do they know that I don't? It's a fair question. Because statistically, the gap is huge. The top 1% hold more wealth than the bottom 90% combined. In 2024, the wealth of the top 1% reached a staggering, think about that for a moment, 1% of the population controls more money than 90% of everyone else. How is that possible? It's not luck, it's not inheritance alone, and it's certainly not because they work harder than everyone else.
The truth is far more uncomfortable. The top 1% follow a completely different set of rules. They play a different game, and until you learn those rules, you will stay exactly where you are. I want you to imagine two people. Both are 25 years old. Both earn $50,000 a year. Both live in the same city. They seem identical on paper, but there's one difference. One of them knows the 1% rule. The other doesn't. Fast forward 20 years. The first person is still working, still stressed, still chasing a paycheck. The second person is financially free. They've built assets. They have passive income. They don't worry about money anymore. Same starting point, completely different outcomes. How? That's what we're going to explore today. The hidden rules that separate the 1% from the 99%. And more importantly, how you can use these rules to change your own financial trajectory. Rule number 1. The 99% work for money. The 1% make money work for them. This is the most fundamental difference. Most people work hard, get a paycheck, and spend that money on things they need and want. That's the cycle. You trade your time for money, and then you trade that money for stuff. And because of that, your income is directly limited by your time. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can only work so much. But the 1% think completely differently. They don't ask, how can I earn more money? They ask, how can my money earn more money? And that shift changes everything. According to the Federal Reserve, the top 10% of Americans own 93% of stocks and mutual funds. The bottom 50% own just 1%. That's not a coincidence. The wealthy aren't just earning more, they're investing more. They're putting their money into assets that grow, that generate passive income, that work for them while they sleep. The 99% spend what they earn. The 1% invest what they earn. And over time, that one decision compounds into an unbridgeable gap. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, built his fortune not by earning a massive salary, but by buying businesses that generate returns year after year. He understood that real wealth doesn't come from a paycheck. It comes from ownership. It comes from assets that produce income. Rule number 2. The 99% focus on income. The 1% focus on net worth. Here's a common question. How much do you earn? But that's the wrong question, because you can earn $1 million and still be broke if you spend $1,000,001. A 2025 Goldman Sachs report found that 40% of households earning $500,000 or more still felt like they were living paycheck to paycheck. They were chasing a high income, but falling into the lifestyle inflation trap. Every raise led to a bigger house, a nicer car, more expensive restaurants. The wealthy focus on net worth. Net worth is simple. Assets minus liabilities. It's what you own minus what you owe, and that number tells the real story of your financial health. 1/3 of the millionaires in Dave Ramsey's study never even earned a six-figure income in a single year. They became millionaires not by earning more, but by keeping more. They invested consistently, lived below their means, and watched their net worth grow over time. When you focus on net worth, you stop caring about looking rich. You start caring about being rich, because looking rich costs money. Being rich makes money. Rule number 3. The 99% spend first. The 1% save first. Most people pay everyone else first. They pay rent, they pay bills, they pay for groceries, subscriptions, and entertainment. And then, if anything is left, They think about saving. That's not a system, that's surrender. The 1% do the opposite. They pay themselves first. Before any bill, before any expense, they set aside money for their future. Even if it's just $20, $50, or $100, they treat their savings like a non-negotiable bill, and they do it automatically. They set up automatic transfers so they never even see the money. Out of sight, out of mind, still there. This small shift in behavior compounds massively over time. The average millionaire lives well below their means. They don't buy new cars every few years. They don't upgrade their lifestyle with every raise. They build the habit of saving and investing early, and they never stop. Rule number 4. The 99% follow the crowd. The 1% think for themselves. If you want to be average, do what average people do. If you want to be wealthy, you have to think differently. The crowd panics when the market drops. They sell out of fear. The 1% buy. The crowd chases trends. They buy high and sell low. The 1% buy when others are fearful. The crowd wants get-rich-quick schemes. The 1% build get-wealthy-slow systems. Think about it. When everyone was panic selling during the 2008 financial crisis, Warren Buffett was buying. He famously said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." That wasn't luck, that was strategy. He understood that market downturns create opportunities. He had the patience and discipline to act. The wealthy don't follow the crowd because they know the crowd is almost always wrong. They think in decades, not days. They make decisions based on math, not emotion. They build systems that work regardless of market conditions. Rule number 5. The 99% chase instant gratification. The 1% practice delayed gratification. This is the hardest rule to master. Delaying gratification means choosing future freedom over present comfort. It means saving instead of buying that new phone. It means investing instead of taking that vacation. It means working on your business when you'd rather be relaxing. But here's the thing. Every time you give in to instant gratification, you're choosing today's pleasure over tomorrow's freedom. And that choice, repeated thousands of times, is what keeps you broke. The wealthy understand this deeply. They've learned to override their wiring. They have the patience to wait for greater abundance in the future. They know that the pain of delayed gratification today is nothing compared to the freedom of financial independence tomorrow. Rachel Cruz calls this the pause rule. Before you make any unplanned purchase, wait 24 hours or a week to see if you still want it. Most of the time, the urge passes, and that money stays in your account working for you instead of disappearing. Rule number 6. The 99% rent everything. The 1% own everything. The wealthy understand that ownership is power. They don't rent, they own. When you rent, you're paying someone else's mortgage. When you own, you're building equity. When you rent, you have no control. When you own, you have leverage. This doesn't just apply to housing, it applies to everything. The wealthy own businesses, they own intellectual property, they own stocks, they own real estate, they own the assets that generate income. And they buy these assets at the right time, often when everyone else is selling. John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men in history, said that you can't become wealthy by saving alone. You must own assets that generate income while you work. He understood that ownership compounds, while labor stops when you stop. Rule number 7. The 99% believe in luck. The 1% believe in leverage. Let me be clear, luck exists, but relying on luck is a strategy for failure. The wealthy don't rely on luck, they rely on leverage. Leverage is the art of multiplying your effort. Instead of working 40 hours for $40 an hour, you build a system where 1 hour of work produces thousands of hours of value. A YouTube video, a digital product, a software platform, an automated business. All of these are examples of leverage. Today, we live in the age of digital leverage. You can reach millions of people with a single video. You can sell a product to customers around the world without ever leaving your home. The internet has democratized leverage. It's available to anyone with a smartphone and an internet connection. The only question is whether you'll use it. How to start living by the 1% rule. If you're ready to start living by the 1% rule, here's where to begin. First, track your net worth monthly, not just your income. It's the only number that truly reflects your financial health. Second, automate your savings and investments. Make wealth building non-negotiable. Third, live below your means. Don't fall into the lifestyle inflation trap. Every dollar you save is a soldier working for your future. Fourth, invest in your education. Read books, take courses, learn about money, investing, and business. Fifth, stop caring about what others think. Your neighbor with the new BMW might be drowning in debt. Your coworker with the designer handbag might have zero savings. The bottom line, the gap between the 1% and the 99% isn't about intelligence. It's not about luck. It's not about working harder. It's about playing a different game. The wealthy understand that wealth isn't about earning more. It's about keeping more, investing more, and letting compound interest do the rest. The 1% rule is simple. Earn, save, invest, repeat. Over time, this small shift in behavior changes everything. The path to becoming part of the 1% is clear. It's not easy, but it's simple. The wealthy don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't need to be the smartest person in the room. They just need to be the one who takes action, learns from mistakes, and stays calm when everyone else panics. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, open your banking app and calculate your net worth. Track your last 3 months of spending. Find 3 things you can cut starting tomorrow. Set up an automatic transfer to a savings account for your next paycheck. Even if it's just $20, that's real action. That's real progress. That's real wealth building. If this video gave you a wake-up call, hit the like button so more people can see it. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Subscribe for more real, honest financial strategy, because the 1% aren't born, they're made, and you can start making yourself one today.